You have a really marvelous range. Good for you, for such a young gal, you know. So you're a senior this year, huh?
I'm a junior.
You're a junior. Oh, wow, that makes even more of a difference here. Yeah. It's really quite a richness going on in your mid to lower voice. Were you an alto at one time, or?
For a little bit in like 7th is great, but
You know?
I've
So you've been singing for soprano, right?
Yes.
Because that's really where your voice engages even more. And as soon as you started the danza danza, it was like, yeah, that's the resonance of the right voice. The other part of your voice, it's lovely. It just almost sounds like two different voices sometimes, you know? And you really do have a wonderful instrument, and so I think that's one thing you'll want to work on, because there's a richness in there, but you can tell it has a little airiness, it has a little, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you feel it
In the
when
lower
that happens?
register.
Yeah, that mid-lower register, right. And so when you have, especially in the Ave Maria, which is very difficult, you handled that really well, well. It was harder to get up to the upper part, I think, once you got stuck in that kind of resonance in that area. So I take it that you're studying privately, am I assuming, right?
I am not.
You are not, and you should be,
Yes.
if you can afford it. I think that would be a marvelous idea for you to do that, because it really is a wonderful voice. And so just doing this on your own, or I'm sure with the help of Mr. Pascaretti, is, you're doing a really good job. But I think you could benefit from understanding the technical aspect of what's going on with your voice and knowing how to get that richness, and more of that richness maybe in the upper, but getting the resonance that you have in the upper, finding the resonance in that mid-lower. Exactly. I mean, it really is. It's a wonderful voice, and I'm being very picky. I'm really listening with different ears to your voice, more of on a university end as opposed to a high school student end. And so those would be the major thing is for you to work on that, is finding how can I, because that danza felt real comfortable, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah. I mean, that's home for you, and which is great. On the Ave Maria, if you sing this again, one thing you could do is, and the pianist will help you, is to start moving these particular phrases more so. When you get to the ora pro nobis, that can start having forward motion to help you, because otherwise it's like, okay, because a singer needs that. You need to have that motion. It's moving, then, when you get up to that higher part, then you don't feel like, oh no, here it comes. Do you want to try that phrase for me?
Sure.
She hasn't knocked on the door yet. So that would be page 45, if you have the the second to the last page, and start at the third score. So the okay. She's like constantly having going, all that. So if you really try to keep it moving. Now, one thing to help you technically in finding the resonance in that lower voice, so it doesn't feel like
Yeah.
Do it again, but I want you to do it on an E vowel.
Okay.
Try an E. So E. Okay. See what your E's are like. Okay. And. And don't think heavy at the moment. Just think, where do I find that A vowel?
Okay.
And that's harder. That's harder. Okay. That's harder for you. For some people, an A vowel works, and some it's an E vowel works. So the E is better for you. Now find that E again, and just as an experiment here, forget about weight. Forget about forming this. Just think E, as if you're just warming up. E. I'm not thinking about anything but just doing an E. Okay?
Okay.
All right? And E. goodness, I guess we have to have you knock a little harder.
You gotta find a happy medium.
Okay, so we're done?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So,
It took the breathiness out of it.
it did, yeah. The only thing is finding an E vowel where it doesn't feel like it's not E.
Right.
You have to find an in-between. Okay, find in-between. We're thinking about releasing your tongue. You know, find all that.
Okay.
Okay? Good work. Thank you.